Rum, 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 rum. Today we're going to talk about rum, specifically a sugarcane-based rum instead of a molasses-based rum. We'll also discuss the important distinction between the two. See you in the episode. The first thing to bring up is the difference between sugarcane distillate and molasses distillate, also known as rum industrial, which is molasses rum, and it makes up probably over 95% of global production or somewhere around there. Then you've got pure sugarcane-based rums. So this is literally taking that sugarcane and distilling it after you chop it down and get it ready, versus going through the whole refinement process. It takes sugarcane to become molasses. Big differences, and not just the distillate itself, but in flavor compounds. If you've ever tasted real molasses, thick, dark, tar, kind of acrid, a little bit burnt, really, really deep caramels. If you've seen that, and then you've seen just sugarcane juice, that you can get an idea of how different these rums would be. So today we have a really unique rum. This is a Haitian rum, which is made with the sugarcane. It's made in a rum agricole style, which is basically French sugarcane rum. Generally though, when you have these sugarcane rums like rum agricole or even cachaça from Brazil, which is a sugarcane rum, they're usually they can be quite pungent and grassy and pretty intense. If you've ever had Clement's Premier can, if you take that bottle of rum, which is clear, and you put it up next to, let's say, I don't know, Bacardi 8-year, some molasses-based rum you're all familiar with, and you smell and taste those next to each other, you wouldn't even think they were in the same category. They are so radically different. Now, not all agricoles are quite as intense and pungent as Premier Con, but generally speaking, agricole and cachaças have a very distinct flavor profile because of the sugarcane purity and the production methods. Rum Barbancourt, which is a sugarcane rum made in Haiti, so this is big French influence. This is which, by the way, Haiti, if you're not familiar, is pretty much in the heart of the Caribbean, and it shares this big island with the Dominican Republic. So the Dominican is on the eastern side, and that's more Spanish, and the western side is Haiti, and that's much more French. Rum Barbancourt is a sugarcane rum, but it doesn't, and this is the 8-star, by the way. I'm sorry, the 5-star, which is an 8-year-old rum. It's confusing. 5-star, 8-year-old rum. It's sugarcane rum though, but it's not insanely pungent. It actually has a beautifully soft aroma compared to some of the other agricoles or cachaças that I've had. This is a really soft drink, all things considered. So this brand was founded in 1862, I believe, by a gentleman named Rhum Barbancourt. He was from the Cognac region of France, so he immigrated from Cognac to Haiti and set up a rum distillery to produce in a method similar to how Cognac is made. If you're familiar with Plantation, the rum brand Plantation, it's almost a similar story to Alexander, what the fuck is his last name? Alexander Ferrand, the guy who runs Plantation. But he was another Cognac guy who went to the Caribbean and got really interested in rum. So Dupré harvested local sugarcane, which still to this day they use local sugarcane to make this rum. But he distilled it twice and made it soft like a cognac is. So this is a very interesting representation of a sugarcane rum, and I'm really excited to taste it with you. Again, one thing that is so cool and unique is how local these guys are. A local artist designed their labels. They source everything from Haiti, so they grow their own sugarcane, which gives them really great granular control over that raw product, which later becomes the distillate. So this is incredibly handcrafted, really high value rum. This I think was like $30. Not here because it's so hard to find anything in Alabama, as you may know. But I think this was from Mississippi or Tennessee. It was $30 for an 8-year-old fantastic rum that's incredibly unique. I get really excited about this one because there's so much value and it's so special. But enough chit chat. Let's go ahead and taste this beaut. We've got a pale gold color on the lighter side, some yellow and orange hues in there. Very light, which to be an 8-year-old rum, I would just have to assume that maybe there's a bit of filtration. I mean, I guess it just depends on the oak they're using, but it's very light for something that's 8 years in a barrel. Minimum, I believe. Usually that's the lowest age in the juice, but sometimes you have much older rums or pieces of barrels that are put into the final blend. So minimum of 8 years old. It's a light color, which I think is great. I mean, it's very French. You know, you want people to see intricacies and not just one like of hue, you know, not just a brown. You know, there's a really nice clarity and hue to this rum. Has some pepper and a bit of like baking spice, some vanilla, a little bit of caramel. Yeah, pepper. Very interesting nose. Strange nose. Strange nose. I wouldn't say that it's bad, it's just unusual, which like a lot of sugarcane rums tend to be. You have these strange, pungent noses. This isn't as pungent as a lot of other sugarcane rums, but there's definitely something there. Pepper and a little hint of vanilla and spice. This is a unique rum in that the nose and the palate, if I were to rank them on a scale of 1 to 10, would be so disparate. The nose, I would put probably like 6-ish, maybe around 6, maybe 5.5. If you just smelled the rum and didn't taste it, you would think, I don't know about that. But the palate, I would give that probably 8.5, almost a 9. It is incredibly soft. I mean, it is just a feather that just falls onto your mouth. It really has a cognac feel. 100% reminds me of a good cognac in that it's incredibly smooth and round and soft and supple. Nothing like the nose. And it also has a great long finish, a mid palate. There's some complexity here. Very ripe banana on the palate, vanilla, cream, a hint of, what is it, a cantaloupe? This fruit, I think it's cantaloupe or melon maybe. The soft fruit is on the finish, but it rides on this cloud of texture. The texture is fantastic. I mean, this is just like a really good, maybe VSOP cognac in terms of the way that it feels and the weight of it. The nose and the palate are so incredibly disparate. I mean, wow. Which is kind of cool. It's very, very unique in how different they are, but how it still is a great product. Super cool. This is really, really good. If you are a cognac drinker, brandy, Armagnac, whatever, or you like things with some soft barrel character, this would be a great rum to be your gateway. It is incredibly cognac-like on the palate. Don't pay attention to the nose, and after you taste it, you're actually going to appreciate the nose and how weird it kind of is relative to the palate. Really special liquor here. This, because of the price, if this was available in Alabama regularly, this would stay in my shelf. This would be one of my rums that does not leave the cabinet. As you can probably already tell, I'm already over halfway through the bottle. I keep going back to it. I'll get off work and it's like, God damn, I want to try some of that cognac rum. This is really similar to a brand I mentioned earlier, Plantation. There's just shared character here. Very unlike rum agricole that I've had, which this is kind of an agricole. I mean, sort of, it's a French, I mean, it's spelled with an H, the rum, R-H-U-M, which usually is a French spelling. Or like if you had Spanish spelling, it would be R-O-N. That's how they say rum. So R-H-U-M, it's made from sugarcane. Seems like rum agricole to me, but it just is not as a lot of these rum agricoles can be. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Please hit like and subscribe and comment and share and all the good things you can do for the ethanol review. Until next time, cheers.